Split this sentence into words. DONT at me, that hoodie's $19.99 at rockandroll.com, waving hand emoji, hashtag vibes. Go ahead, really try. Is don't one word or two? Is rock and roll one word or three? Is the URL a word? Is the hashtag a word? Is the emoji a word? There's no correct answer. There's only whichever tokenizer you picked broke on something. Video 2 of Lecture 7, Tokenization, the first station on the pipeline belt. Also the one that has broken every NLP system ever built. And the reason your favorite chatbot occasionally counts characters wrong. Today, why tokenization is not pre-processing. It's a task, with edge cases, with bugs, with research papers still being written about it in 2026. In Lecture 3, Video 4, we met BPE byte pair encoding, the Subword tokenizer that GPT uses. That was the mechanics, how the algorithm greedily merges frequent pairs. Beautiful, compact, handles unknown words gracefully. Today we come back to tokenization from a completely different angle, not the model's angle, the linguist's angle. What is a token really? And why does every honest answer to that make somebody angry? Today's puzzle. If tokenization is pre-processing, the boring first step, why does every NLP paper still list its tokenizer version and still cite it in the appendix? Answer: because choosing the wrong tokenizer can invalidate your entire benchmark result. Tokenization is where language pushes back the hardest against being turned into numbers. Today's 3 beats. First, the 6 landmines: contractions, punctuation, URLs, hashtags, CJK emoji. One at a time, why each one breaks tokenizers. Second, how modern Subword tokenizers, BPE and its cousins, sidestep some of these problems, and how they create new ones. Third, the practical answer, when to pick which tokenizer, and how to keep your pipeline from silently breaking on a real user's text. Beat 1. Landmine 1. Contractions. Don't. Is that 1 token or 2? In classical whitespace tokenization 1, because there is no space. In Penn Treebank tokenization 2, do and ent, because the underlying grammar wants them separate. Every downstream tool assumes one convention. Mix them and your parser dies. Landmine 2 and 3. Punctuation and prices. 19.99. Is the period a decimal point or a sentence boundary? A naive tokenizer splits on periods. Now 19.99 becomes 1919 Floyd, period 99. Congratulations, your NER thinks you have 2 numbers separated by a punctuation mark. Same with USA. 3 tokens or 1? Same with Mr. at the end of a sentence. Landmines 4 and 5. URLs and hashtags. Rockandroll.com. 5 tokens? A hyphenated compound? A URL? The answer depends on why you're tokenizing. Same for hashtag vibes. Is the hash separate from vibes? Or is hashtag vibes a unit that should be treated as one entity because it's a hashtag with topical meaning? Landmine 6. Chinese, Japanese, Korean. CJK scripts. Chinese does not have spaces between words at all. You have to segment the character sequence into words before you can tokenize, and segmentation is itself a machine learning task. Japanese is worse. 3 scripts mixed together: hiragana, katakana, kanji. Modern Subword tokenizers avoid the problem by chopping at the byte level, which brings us to BPE. Beat 2. Modern Subword tokenizers. BPE, WordPiece, SentencePiece. All variants on the same idea. Do not commit to word boundaries. Chop at the byte level, greedily merge frequent pairs, end up with tokens that are sometimes whole words, sometimes prefixes, sometimes suffixes. Tokenization becomes token plusization. Unhappy becomes un plus happy. Unknown words are never unknown. They just become smaller pieces. But BPE has its own weird failure modes. It doesn't know about words. It just knows about frequent byte pairs. So strawberries might get split into a straw plus berry, great, or into astra plus aba plus airy, depending on the training corpus. And then when you ask a model how many R's are in strawberry, it looks at its tokens and gives you the wrong answer, because the pieces don't align with letters. Beat 3. Practical picks. If you're doing production NLP with Spacey or Stanza, use their built-in tokenizer. It's been debugged against every landmine we just walked through. If you're feeding text to a transformer, use the tokenizer that's shipped with the model. GPT-4 uses TikToken, BERT uses WordPiece, Llama uses SentencePiece. Never cross the streams. If you tokenize with GPT's tokenizer and then feed to BERT, everything downstream is nonsense. Debugging tip: when your model behaves weird on some inputs, run those inputs through the tokenizer alone. Print the tokens. A depressing amount of the time, you'll find the tokenizer split an emoji into 3 pieces, or turned a hashtag into 6 subwords, or corrupted a URL. Fix the tokenizer. Fix the model. One more practical point. Character count is not token count. When your GPT bill goes up because a user pasted Chinese text, that's because CJK often uses 2 or 3 tokens per character in BPE. When your prompt hits the context limit and you don't know why, count the tokens, not the characters. TikToken has a live counter. Use it. 3 takeaways before the quiz. 1. Tokenization is not pre-processing. It's a task. Contractions, punctuation, URLs, hashtags, CJK, and emoji each break naive tokenizers in a different way. 2. Subword tokenizers, BPE, WordPiece, SentencePiece, sidestep most word boundary problems by chopping at the byte level. They create new problems around letter counting and CJK cost. 3. In practice, use Spacey or Stanza for production text pipelines. Use the ship tokenizer for transformers. Never mix. Quiz 1. Why does the word don't cause trouble for classical tokenizers? A. It contains a rare Unicode character. B. Different tokenizers disagree on whether it's 1 token or 2. Do plus end, and mixing conventions breaks downstream tools. C. It's too short to tokenize. Or D. It cannot appear in modern English. B. Penn Treebank splits it into do and int, because grammatically not is separate. Whitespace tokenizers keep don't as 1. Every parser assumes 1 convention, feed it the other and things go sideways. Quiz 2. Why do BPE and its subword cousins get strawberry letter counts wrong? A. They are trained only on French text. B. BPE splits at frequent byte pairs, so pieces like str ob airy don't align with individual letters, and the model can't literally see letter counts. C. Strawberry is out of vocabulary. Or D. BPE cannot handle any word starting with S. B. The model sees chunks, not letters. If strawberries is 1 token or 2 chunky tokens, the model has no direct access to letter-level information. It's the #1 cause of the how many R's meme. Quiz 3. You built a system that pipes GPT-4 tokens into a BERT classifier. Why is it broken? A BERT is slower than GPT-4. B. GPT-4 uses TikToken, and BERT uses WordPiece. The token vocabularies don't match, so token IDs mean completely different pieces. C. BERT cannot read English. Or D. You need a GPU to run BERT. B. Token ID 1523 in TikToken is a completely different piece of text than token ID 1523 in WordPiece. Feeding tokens from one model to another is like handing someone a book written in a cipher and telling them to summarize it. Never mix tokenizers. Back to the puzzle. Tokenization is not pre-processing. It is a task with landmines, benchmarks, and appendix-worthy version details. Station 1 on the belt. Once you have tokens, the next station wants to know, what kind of word is each one? Noun? Verb? Adjective? That is POS tagging. Video 3. Next time, part of speech tagging. The hello world of NLP 97% solved. The last 3% lives on words like flies, where you cannot tell if it's a verb or a noun without reading the rest of the sentence. Hit subscribe.